Hello everyone, it's Mike from Chess Lifestyle, and today we're not doing too much training, so maybe the thumbnail is a bit bait. But basically I'm going to be finishing off my lunch, basically finishing what's in the fridge, because I'm going to be flying to Germany today in order to play another chess tournament. August really is the month of grinding, and welcome Josh to the stream. Yes, your messages, well, I mean I only see one message, but that one message has come through. Hope you're doing well. So I wanted to just do a quick stream. I realized that I'm completely, off the rails in terms of my Monday, Wednesday, Friday kind of schedule. But I think it's going to be a bit like that until September, when kind of like my tournaments are done and this kind of schedule finds some normality. So yeah, Monday, Wednesday, Friday will be a thing. But probably not for the coming weeks. So I guess that's the first announcement. And the reason why it's a celebratory stream is, if you haven't heard from social media already or my most recent YouTube upload, I did manage to be a Grandmaster in the British Rapid Play Open. So that was a pretty cool experience. And maybe I'll show you some of the game. I'm not going to show you the whole game, otherwise, the previous upload is for nothing. That was cool. And also in the Major Open, I managed to score 6 out of 9. So this actually meant that I qualified for the British Championships the following year, which is going to be held in Coventry. So exciting times ahead. Hopefully I can improve my chess before then. Loads and loads and loads of take-home messages from each of these games. Like, I don't know when I'm going to find the time to do that. I mean, yesterday was a bit hectic because I'd also just moved into my new flat and I was basically sorting out a bunch of logistics stuff, given I've basically been putting it off because I've been playing this chess tournament, and now I'm suddenly jetting off to another tournament. So yeah, hectic as always. But I wanted to share with you guys some quick updates, and maybe what I'll do is I'll keep jumping back to the game against the GM while eating my lunch, so I can finish this lunch, because I gotta go catch a train very soon as well. So this was the game against the GM. This was the resulting position we got. I had the bishop pair against rook and bishop, but I have this very, very strong queenside majority, which is very typical in the Benoni. And maybe I'll stop at a few moments for you guys to think about. So black to play. Would you take the pawn on d6? That's your first question. You can have some nice ASMR munching in the background as you think. Okay. So the first answer is yeah, for sure. We can take this pawn. I mean, I just had to be careful that bishop g1, bishop c5 wasn't going to win the bishop. So I took on d6, played bishop g1, and I saw that I had this move, king d5, to avoid the pin. He then attacks my bishop, and yeah, where would you move the bishop? Yeah, grab the pawn. For sure, Josh. So, yeah, next question is where would you move the bishop? Or would you move the king? Exactly, Josh, bishop f5. Very important that we keep defending the pawn. And this is the thing, probably multiple moves are strong, but we need to avoid any potential swindling chances from my GM opponent. So I played bishop f5. He went rook b7, and how do you deal with the pressure on the b pawn? I also saw rook b7 in advance and had something prepared already before bishop f5. So black to play. Yeah, so in this position, I predicted rook b7, and I played bishop d3 and c3. So now that the bishop protects the pawn, and I've made some progress. So then, of course, the plan would be like to bring these pieces in and try and promote. So my opponent plays rook d7, so that if I try and bring up, then rook can take my bishop. So what I played was king c6. And I'd foreseen that, maybe it's possible, Josh, but I don't even want to give up that pawn. So I think bishop d3 check is just stronger. But yeah, in this position, I'd foreseen that, if the rook comes off the d file, well, then I just take the b pawn, and then I'll eventually push these pawns up. So my opponent played rook d8 and offered me a draw, even. And for the record, actually, earlier in the game, I'd offered my opponent a draw. So maybe this is why he felt like maybe I might take it. I am playing a GM after all. But I wasn't interested in the slightest. What did I play? Yep, got offered a draw by a GM and turned it down. So in this position, the issue looks like, we can't take this pawn because our bishop hangs, right? But this is why all that training on Woodpecker really pays off, because, I'm just forcing myself to look at the forcing moves. And I suddenly realize if I take the pawn, actually I can do it. Because if he takes the bishop, I go c2 with check. And I cover this square, and, this square is covered. So I'm promoting next move. This square is covered from the bishop. So yeah, I can just take on b4. Bishop b6, wow. I guess it's not the end of the world, I could just go back. but definitely don't want that bishop to start getting active or even maybe securing this pawn. So yeah, very happy that I found bishop b4. He cannot take my bishop, so he gave me a check. I went king d5. Then he brought his king over, and this position is actually still a bit tricky, right? Because my king can't make progress. I don't really want to push this pawn because king c1, and I don't even win after bishop a3 because of king e7, king d2, sorry. So I had to be a bit careful, I felt. Or maybe when they push, maybe he just sacks the rook for this material where I only have a single pawn up. Maybe it's probably still winning, but maybe it requires some work. So in this position, I played e4, which I just felt was improving my position, threatening to perhaps go forward some more. If they take me, maybe my bishop improves and puts some pressure elsewhere on the board. I mean, this is actually relatively stable. If he ever tries to attack it, I can always advance. So in this position, he gave me a check. And yeah, now my king is coming forward. And because now c2 is a really big threat with bishop a3, he then sacked the rook for the bishop, which makes sense to try and get an opposite colored bishop endgame. But he tried to win my pawns, I won his pawns, and unfortunately for him, these pawns are just connected, right? So it's very, very difficult to stop. And I just played bishop f5 as well to make sure that the king could not come across, and he resigned at this moment. So very, very clean technique to finish the game. And I won't reveal how I reached such a nice position. For that, you'll have to check out my Modern Benoni course on YouTube, which has all of the secrets to my repertoire. But yeah, very, very happy to get this win on the board. And I mean, it was really a brutal tournament in terms of my pairings as well. I mean, it looks like I played like some, low-rated players. But for instance, the Xander Booth guy, I mean, 1700, England junior, representing England. Beats a 2000, draws a 2100, draws me, only lose to the GM, and then loses to a junior from Spain who also had a really fantastic tournament. So, yeah, just I mean, it was tough because, I mean, like, in the starting rank, there were so many nice players that I would have loved to play against. Like, so many, like, 1900s and 2000s, which, have decent chances of, like, scalping. But I didn't get to play any of them. I had to play all unrated or low-rated juniors. And then the top 3 seeds, which was Oliver, Imran, and Amal. Actually, my game against Imran basically decided the title. It was a really, really crazy game, which I ended up losing. Maybe I'll show that if I've got the time. But before that, I want to just make a couple announcements. Yeah, thank you for the kind words, Josh. Yeah, great technique, I agree. And that's, first of all, the Chessable Grand Prix. Now, I'm actually going to be playing a tournament during the Chessable Grand Prix, and I probably would have streamed it anyway, but the thing is that it's the first round of Northumbria, and it's an evening round, so it literally directly clashes with the Grand Prix. So I was thinking of just skipping it this month, but I asked Dylan on a whim whether he would be willing to stream, and he said yes. So we're going to have Dylan taking the lead for the Chess Mood Grand Prix. And for anyone who wants to join Team Chess Lifestyle, the Team Chess Lifestyle will pop up here in the coming days. When you click join, you will be able to select Chess Lifestyle from the list. And then, you can... if you haven't joined Team Chess Lifestyle on Lichess, then you need to do that first. And the password to join is C3 Venom. So you can join the team, and then you should be able to join on the actual tournament page. It's going to be 3+0 this month. I think Wednesday next week is when it's taking place. So yeah, very, very exciting. Really excited for Dylan to stream, and I'll definitely be watching. Maybe I can squeeze in a few games if I finish my tournament game a bit early. And then the final announcement then is why am I going to Germany in an hour and a half? Catching my train in an hour and a half is because I'm playing this tournament in Gütersloh. So as you can see, pretty nice distribution of opponents' nationalities. no Indians, no Kazakhs, no Mongolians. You know, oh, actually, no, we do have one Kazakh. He's gonna tear up. But yeah, really, really awesome looking tournament. Just a weekender. Very excited to play. And yeah, I will do my best. So I am around rank 24, which is a bit scary because I'm just above halfway. So I will be playing the low rated players as well as the number one seeds. But, you know, I managed to do well in the rapid when I literally had this situation of being like a middle seed and playing up and down. So yeah, it should be an interesting experience. Yeah, excited to play. So that will be this coming weekend, and I'm spending a few days in Germany first. So yeah, good things on the horizon. I call this a halfway celebration stream because we're halfway through the tournaments that I'm playing this August. Like, I played Citrus, I finished playing the Major Open, now I've just got Gütersloh and got Northumbria to end up on. So that's basically, yeah, nice that we're halfway through. I mean, 4 tournaments is always going to be an absolute grind. Yeah, this is the ultimate question, right, from Tricky. How do you feel after destroying Safsara? For anyone who doesn't know, I had to play Safsara in the final round, which was an absolutely brutal pairing, given that Safsara was on fire this tournament. I mean, literally scored, well, at the time of playing me, he had scored 5 out of 8, hadn't dropped a single full point with the white pieces, like 1-1-1 draw, all against 1900s and above. I mean, this is a horrible, horrible pairing to have. And welcome Safsara to the stream. Yeah, no, I mean, I was actually thinking a bit more, Safsara, about like our analysis afterwards. And I think I was a bit harsh. Like, I mean, for starters, you did play a fantastic game up until kind of the screws began to come loose in the late middle game, early end game. And I actually think that, like, you know, I was giving you a lot of stick for, like, not slowing down and not thinking through your moves carefully. And I think that's because, like, for me as a person, to put effort, especially into a classical game, is like, you know, an absolute given, and you have to. And maybe that's even one of my strong suits, right? Like, I think, like, I actually can put in effort when needed. But when I think about it, I think it's actually not, you know, a given, right? Like, it's not always easy to, you know, keep putting in that effort, even when you're fatigued, even when you're tilted. You know, it doesn't, it's not possible for everyone to do that so easily. So, yeah, I wanted to say, like, okay, I was probably a bit harsh to, like, you know, just say that, oh, you have to do this, like, why are you not doing this? I mean, okay, it's something that comes with experience and maturity and time and stamina and all this stuff. And I was actually thinking that, yeah, maybe this is something we should talk off stream, but the thing is, you've closed all of your Lichess accounts, so I have no way to contact you. And okay, I guess I could contact you on Discord, so maybe I'll message you about it. But I actually thought of a player who's a friend of mine, who I actually think would be really well suited to you as a coach. Because I actually think that, well, first of all, he doesn't have too many students, so maybe you'll like that in terms of getting, like, more of a, you know, what's the right word? You know, a more personalized, teacher. And what I think is that I think he can probably relate to a lot of the kind of weaknesses you have, but also relate to a lot of the strengths you have. I think in terms of, like, distribution of strengths and weaknesses, I actually, when I think about it, is quite similar. So it might be a very interesting person to get coaching from. I mean, he's like 2100 FIDE, 2300 national. So, and I'm not talking about my coach Roger, who, you know, probably falls under a similar rating distribution. But yeah, message me on Discord and I'll try and get back to you. Or message me on Lichess. I'd prefer that, and don't just close all your accounts every other day. Yeah, let me check out what chat is saying. Yeah, Tricky. I heard about this draw from the FM. where is the game? Because I tried to look up your account and all I could see was 1500 tricky, losing rating as a 1500, which, you know, I have to admit, put a smile on my face after all of the shit you've been chatting like these past few weeks. So, yeah, I hope you finished strong and, yeah, gained some rating. Welcome, Toby Quiet, to the stream. Congrats on the fantastic Major Open score. I believe this is the first time I'm seeing you on this stream. I hope it's not the first time, and I mean, I hope it is the first time and I haven't just forgotten. But yeah, good to see you. Why is everyone calling Toby Tony? I have no idea. But yeah, what were your take-home messages from the Major Open? Like, how did you manage to, you know, lock in and give it such a fantastic event? I mean, let me just quickly pull up the ranking list. I think Toby won his final round to finish on 7.5, and had Tim Hall maybe lost, maybe this would have put Toby number one. Let me have a look at your results. I mean, Daniel is a fantastic player, so good job beating him. I do know he's a bit rusty though, so maybe you caught him at a good time beating him like early on in the tournament. Colin beat me, but I also know that Colin's repertoire of black is like so bad compared to his white repertoire. I mean, this was also reflected in his results, right? I mean, you can literally see, like, he won. Okay, he had one loss against Suraj, but beat the 1600 Indian as well. I mean, he had a really good white repertoire. That's my excuse. And then you beat an inform Janubi and made him tilt, so that's a really nice result. And you beat Arjun Kalani in the last round, who was on absolute fire, gaining 118 rating points. I mean, congratulations. I mean, that literally brings you to 2100 in a single event. Yeah, that's pretty sick, man. That's pretty sick. So, good job. Oh, Toby says, Sapsara made you join and threatened you with violence. That's pretty on brand. Yeah, he plays the Perk in King's Indian. I think it's so dodgy. But with the white pieces, he plays Ratty, and he played it in different ways. I mean, I covered my game against Colin on the YouTube channel, actually. That was the one game recap I did post. But yeah, basically, I'm gonna quickly finish my lunch. I'm gonna go shower. I'm gonna finish packing, because I haven't finished packing yet. I have packed my passport at least, so, you know, if I run out of time, I just go to the airport with my passport and nothing else. But no, it should be fine. I just need to get moving. So, yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. Tony, I do want to hear your insights from the event at some point, because it's not every day you smash a tournament of this difficulty. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, and big things to come. 2 more tournaments to go, and yeah, I don't know what my streaming schedule will be in the coming couple weeks, but definitely will stabilize Monday, Wednesday, Friday, as my stream overlay normally suggests. And yeah, if you want to join the Chess Mood Grand Prix as well, you can see underneath the passcode to join Team Chess Lifestyle, and then you can join on the Chess Mood Grand Prix. Oh, did I say Tony? Oh man. I mean, it's you know, what am I supposed to do? I see like 10 Tonys and 1 Toby every message. Like, you can't blame me. But yeah, probably going to play the British Championships next year if I am still in the UK. Who knows what's going to happen. But for now, we get back to the grind and see you guys in another stream at some point. Okay, bye guys.